Hello everyone, my name is Mike and I'm the Head of Partnerships here at Avask. And as you've probably seen in the news, and the reason why you're on this podcast and this webinar today, unfortunately, VAT Services on Amazon is ending. So this program has been instrumental for Amazon sellers to be able to grow and expand their businesses cross borders. And as of, I think it was Tuesday, the 13th of August, the announcement started reaching out into the Amazon seller community that Amazon were ending this program. So this the next steps that we're going to be discussing here, we're going to be talking about what you can do and how you can basically mitigate the risks. We will start. So as of Tuesday, the VAT Services on Amazon program is now closed to new sellers that are wanting to benefit from this service. So it means if you are a new seller to the program and wanting to sign up, you are unfortunately now unable to do so. What you need to do instead is either go to the Amazon Seller Central page, which has further information about VAT providers. Select your provider from that list. Avask is one of those providers. Or alternatively, you can automatically go straight to Avask directly and go to amazon.avask.com/onboarding. Okay, that will then allow you to sign up for this service directly. Any Amazon sellers that are already using this program will be informed by Amazon of the next steps you need to take. And you have until the 1st of October to either keep your existing provider, so in this case, potentially Avask, as you're watching our live stream here, or you can change your providers. So if you're not with Avask, you can also change to us as well. Unfortunately, time is quite tight for this. Everything needs to be completed by the 1st of October. So if you are going to be transferring across to a new service provider, as in Avask, you do need to do this immediately. There is further information on our website, which we're going to be demonstrating later. And you can, of course, go to avask.com and all the information is on a big ticker screen that's going across the top of the website. So what do you need to do next? Okay, so you should either have your existing provider or a replacement provider in place to seamlessly take over and ensure your continued VAT compliance in Europe. With the peak season approaching, it's obviously wise to start the process of either setting up or switching your VAT provider to minimize any disruption to your business and to stay compliant. So make sure you are starting to take those steps seriously when Amazon starts communicating. And of course, Avask is always here to help should you have any questions. You can email us at all times on onboarding@avask.com. That is a very important email address to keep hold of in case you have any questions. So then what does this look like for existing Avask clients? Well, as a client of Avask, you need to complete a three-step process to allow us to seamlessly transfer and automatically take over the process from Amazon from the 31st of October 2024. Okay, so this three-step process is also available on our website at avask.com. So do go to avask.com after this presentation. And if you have any questions, you can also reach out to us. So as you'll be coming over to Avask from the VAT Services on Amazon platform, it means you just need to re-sign our terms and conditions. So the first step is to do that. It's very easy. It's just a variation letter with our terms and conditions on there. Just simply, this will be sent to you automatically via Adobe Sign. That's our online signing platform. And when you receive this, you should automatically sign this as soon as you receive it so that we can start getting everything in place for you. Now, step 2 is to set up your payment details with us on our payment portal. That's really easy as well, because all that happens is once you complete the signing through Adobe Sign, you'll automatically be directed to our online banking platform, which will allow you to set up your payment details on our portal. Very importantly, all payments will be taken automatically on a monthly basis as per your existing agreement with Amazon. We are transferring that over simply to Avask directly. Okay, And don't forget, we will not start taking any payments until the 31st of October. So you've still got time to obviously make sure everything's in place. The final step in our three-step process is to connect your Seller Central account to our software engine called Infinity. Now, this process will start automatically, and when it's time for you to connect your Amazon Seller Central account via API to our software, we will send out further instructions to you. So there's no need to worry or no need to panic and think that, oh, I've missed something. No, we will communicate at the right time. And should you not have received anything by the start of September, you should then email onboarding@avask.com for further information, and we can then take that further for you. Okay? So if you're not already an existing Avask client, then there are a number of reasons why you should consider Avask. So we've got a team of UK and EU tax compliance expert that knows the ins and outs of VAT regulations, compliance, customs, EPR, and we know those across all of the countries. So we've got offices that are within all the major European marketplace countries. So we've got incorporations in France, Spain, Italy, Germany, Poland, Czech, and the Netherlands. So if you have any questions, we can answer those questions from those countries, so we can assist wherever possible. You'll get a dedicated point of contact throughout the process, and you'll get access to our client portal for any of your questions. You can keep existing VAT numbers. Our easy to manage process will transfer them quickly and efficiently. And of course, if you're signing up for new VAT numbers, then that can equally be managed by the same process. So we can transfer your VAT numbers across from any other provider. And if at the same time you want to take advantage of expansion, we can obviously register new VAT numbers at the same time. We're going to give you a demonstration of this shortly. So yeah, please stand by. And obviously, the Avask team collectively speaks over 20 of the world's most popular languages, and with offices around the world, there'll always be a team member who speaks your language. So we're now going to go across to our onboarding demo, and we're going to just quickly switch screens. If you are an existing Avask client, then you need to go to amazon.avask.com/client-setup. Okay, this page has got all the information that you need to know about transferring your VAT services on Amazon to Avask. It has all the information about the deadlines, what to do if you're not an Avask client, a reminder of your fees, information about what has changed on the process, the timelines for transfer, and further information about the three-step process with Avask that we have just discussed. You'll also see a database of our frequently asked questions, and if you've got any questions that you want to ask a member of the Avask team, do just simply follow the link to the bottom of the page, and you can then fill in that form and a member of the Avask team will get back to you. So what happens if you're not an Avask client? You can click on this little button here that says Start your transfer to Avask today, and this will load our new landing page, which is our one-stop shop for unified compliance. Here you can register for EPR, VAT and custom services with Avask, and this journey will start immediately as soon as you complete the form just on the right-hand side of this page. So once you've completed this form, you'll receive an automated email from Avask, and then this will contain information about how to log in to your dedicated onboarding portal. It's very easy to operate this portal, and all instructions are displayed on this home screen here. It'll tell you how the portal works, what you should know. Your progress is automatically saved throughout the journey, so you don't need to worry about whether you're going to have lost something or if you accidentally lose connection. It saves as you go, and you can upload any scanned copies of official documents that you need to upload as a part of your application process. Once you've fully answered all the questions contained on this engagement form, we will check all the details, and a member of the Avask team may ask additional questions depending on the documents that you have uploaded. Once we have completed the form and you are ready to continue, you will receive a letter of engagement from Avask, and following that will come an invoice, and this will give you all the details of your annual compliance packages with Avask, and you'll be asked at the same time to set up your payment method, which will take regular payments on a monthly basis. So if you click Let's Get Started, it'll take you through to the start of the onboarding, and it really is as simple as this. So you start entering your details, submit for review. It automatically goes to the next question. I'm entering sample data here. And as you continue to progress through the application form, it will, of course, keep progressing on. At the bottom of each page, you'll see a summary of what has been completed, what's left to do, and whatever is mandatory information that you have not yet provided. This is an extremely intuitive process. So if you select, for example, an incorporated company, you'll see that incorporated company questions have now appeared down the left-hand side. However, if you switch this to sole trader, a different set of questions will be displayed. Director and shareholder information can easily be completed on this process, and we can just follow the steps as you continue through the application, uploading director's photo ID where possible. If you have got a question about the system and you're not sure of what you need to do, you can click Ask a Question. You can leave your comment here, and a member of the Avask team will come back to you with an answer as soon as possible. Depending on the time of day you submit this question, our offices may be closed, but rest assured, if it's during working hours, we'll try to get back to you within 1 to 2 hours. Once you've completed entering all your company and director shareholder information, you can then go through to the service section. Simply select the country of incorporation from your list here. We're going to, in this case, use the United States of America. You can then choose an option of how you wish to be billed. If you wish to be paying monthly, you can select monthly, or if you wish to pay annually, you can do that too. And if you do choose to pay annually, Avask will offer you a 13-month contract with your first month of services being free of charge. So you'll get 12 months for the price of 13 months for the price of 12. We're going to select monthly here, and we're going to say we want to register for European VAT Services. You can then select the services you wish to apply for, selecting as many as possible, or as many as you need. And when you select that for review, additional questions will come up. This is where you can select to either transfer or have a new registration for each VAT number. For new VAT registration numbers, you'll have a question asked for effective date of registration. So that's the date you wish to start services with Avask. If you need any backdating to remain compliant, you can obviously select this. And if you're looking to transfer a VAT number from an existing provider, you can select this option as well. So as you can see, you can register and transfer for new VAT numbers or use existing VAT numbers as you need. Once you've completed all steps of the application form, you can make your declarations, acknowledge our terms and conditions, digitally sign the document, and then submit the entire document for review. So this process has been designed to be as easy to manage as possible, and there will be a member of the Avask team available throughout the onboarding process. If you are transferring in, you can obviously take advantage of that service. Our dedicated BD team will be available for you throughout this time, should you need us. And of course, we look forward to answering any of your questions that we have here now. And welcome back, everyone. So I'm delighted to be joined by my colleague, Judith now. Judith, hello, how are you doing? You all right?
I'm very well. How are you?
Not too bad at all, thank you. So, Judith from our online marketplace team. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Judith.
Yes, so I'm working in the online marketplace, as you say here at Avask. I'm helping the clients with the VAT registration and, of course, the transfer. And also we do the VAT return for them.
Okay, fantastic. That's great. Thank you. So sounds like you're the perfect person to answer exactly. A couple of these questions. So everyone, yes, so this is the live Q&A session now, and we've seen from the chat that there is a lot of questions that people are now asking. So we're going to start off and we're going to ask the most frequently asked questions that we're also being asked. So the first one I'm going to ask you, Judith. So can you please outline a little bit about the fees?
The fees, I will say, is the most common question for all the clients. So for the fees, the transfer fee is for free for all clients. Let's say that if a client has a free live VAT number, they just have to transfer to Avask. They don't need to pay any fee for the transfer. Then if they want to add a new country, the transfer will be 150 euros per country. If they need fiscal representation, it will be 180 euros, which is 15 euros per month.
Okay, thank you. And just a quick question on fiscal representation. When would you need to actually have fiscal representation?
Fiscal representation is for all companies that are incorporated outside Europe and UK.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, and which countries does that apply to?
It applies for Italy, France, Poland, and Spain.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, great. So you mentioned the transferring, if you're transferring VAT numbers, there is no charge for that.
Exactly.
So that's if you're coming from VAT Services on Amazon, but it's also if you're coming from another provider, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. So yeah,
okay.
Don't need to pay for the transfer.
Fantastic. That's absolutely great. I'm sure that'll be a great help to everyone. Are there any other fees associated?
Yes, there are another fees which is not included. For example, if you need a tax investigation because your VAT number became invalid, or if we need to contact the tax office, it will be 150 euros. If you need to deregister your VAT number, it will be 100 euros per country. And let's say that you need to change the business address or the company name, it will be 60 euros.
Okay, fantastic.
Per country.
So this, like to impress on everyone, it is a very self-service service, and I think with the prices that you've just quoted, I think any additional add-ons depend on the seller or what they are. What their position is. So if you are wanting a more all-inclusive service, we do also have the Avask Premium service, and with the Avask Premium service, you do get unlimited consultation and advisory services included. So self-serve is much more aligned with the Amazon VAT Services scheme, and the prices that you're getting are actually aligned with Amazon's pricing. So and that was so it's how much per country? It was 25 euros.
25 euros per month for the filings. Yeah,
absolutely. So if you've got 3 countries, that's 325, that's 75 euros a month. Okay, exactly. That's absolutely fine. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. The second question is, why am I receiving this?
Okay, so this question we receive quite often. Why am I receiving this? This question is about, why am I receiving your emails? Why am I getting communicated with? Well, as we have explained, the VAT Services on Amazon program is ending, and you'll be receiving these communications from us for a number of reasons. You're either an active client of Avask, or you're filing with Avask through the Amazon VAT Services portal. You've spoken to Amazon and they've passed your details over to us, or you have expressed in the past an interest in dealing with Avask as your preferred provider by VAT Services on Amazon. So that's the reason why you're receiving this information. And I can see that there are a lot of other questions around that. I believe Torsten has also asked, why is it ending? So in the official communications that have been sent by Amazon have said that after conducting series of business reviews, they believe they can support their sellers better by allowing these services to be basically run entirely by the service providers and the partners that have been working in the background. So the VAT Services on Amazon program, the platform was all very much on Amazon system, and behind that you had Avask as a calculation engine and enabling us to remit those filings to tax authorities. So that's the reason why the program is also ending. The next question really, I think, revolves around the 3 steps, Judith. Can you tell me a little bit more about those 3 steps? And this is so these 3 steps that you're about to talk about, they are for current Avask clients only. So it's not for anybody looking to transfer. They're Avask clients only. And I believe we did have a couple of questions about this, again, reposted here as well, saying something similar.
Yes, so the 3 steps are first, all the clients will receive a form via the email loe@avaskgroup.com. In that email, it's shown the contract which the seller will need to sign.
Mhm.
Once the seller signs the contract, they will receive another email with the instruction to set up the payments for us to be able to debit them from 1st of November, sorry. Then they will receive another email, which will be sent next week, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, that's right. So the next step 3 will be next week, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. And in that email, you will see all the steps you need to follow to connect to our own software, which is Infinity.
Okay, fantastic.
Once all the clients complete the 3 steps, we will do the rest and the transfer will be complete.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So just to also point out at this point, the transition is actually seamless. So if you do complete those 3 steps in time, then the seamless takeover will just happen. You'll just one day be on the VAT Services on Amazon dashboard. The next day you'll be on Avask's own portal. So that's really good. The good news is Amazon have announced that they will be maintaining access for clients to be able to download their VAT filings after this finishes, but this is only intended to be for a short period of time. So you will have a limited time to download all your existing VAT transaction reports, and we would recommend that you download all of those reports before this disappears, because obviously for your own record keeping, you need to make sure you've got copies of all your filings and your VAT returns. So please do make sure that you do log in and download those VAT reports from Seller Central before they take away that ability. Okay. So Gareth has also asked, are the new contracts for 1 year or just on a month-by-month basis? So this is something, again, that we've recently just sent out via email. And this is, you will receive a contract for a year. That's correct. It won't be on a month-by-month basis. However, you will benefit from the monthly filings, so you can go as low as €25 per country per year. And we'll obviously be delighted to help you for that wherever we can. Okay.
Okay, let's move to the next question. I am already with Avask. Why do I need to sign up again?
Okay, right. Your existing contract is with Amazon, so it's not with Avask. So what happens is this whole process is basically designed to transfer you from Amazon systems to Avask systems. And so all you're basically signing is a new variation letter for the terms and conditions you've already signed with Amazon. So this letter will carry you through. And you'll be able to obviously keep you'll be able to keep filing with our platform beyond the termination of the VAT Services on Amazon program. So the first step is very important to sign that. It's not because you need to sign up again, it's because there's just a variation in the contract. So all you need to do is just Adobe sign that for us, and then you'll automatically be redirected to the payment portal, the payment gateway setup, which is the very next thing that happens straight as you click submit on that, and you can then register for our on our invoicing term. Okay. So our next question that came in is, can I still add more countries with you?
Yes, of course, you can do it. But From the self-service Avask, we only work for 7 countries, which are UK, Italy, Spain, Poland, Czech Republic, and France. But if you need to add another country like Netherlands or Belgium, you can do it with the premium services.
Absolutely. And so if you do need additional help with new VAT numbers, then you can reach out to us, onboarding@avast.com. Okay, so we've repeated that a couple of times in the chat. Don't miss it. It's onboarding@avast.com. Tell us what you need and tell us how we can help you further, and of course we'll be able to assist. The online marketplace team at Avask, they tend to deal with the major marketplace countries, so that's the reason why we offer those at a very, very low price. But if you are looking to obviously import goods across into Europe or store goods in a country that is not one of the Amazon marketplace countries, then you may need to register for VAT there. And especially if you're bringing goods across through, say, the Netherlands, and you wanted to trigger things like Article 23. There was a question before about requiring assistance with customs services and reclaiming VAT, import VAT. The best bet there is to talk to our customs team. So if you reach out to Avask on +44 023 8060 0120, a member of the customs team will be able to assist you with that. So we did see that question popping in as well. Okay, brilliant.
The last question, it's what do I need to do to connect to your filing software?
Okay, thank you very much. So that is obviously the third step in our process, and it's a very easy step to do. So the third step is obviously connecting to Avask's calculation engine called Infinity. This is a very easy thing to do. So we've already mentioned next week you will be receiving an email from Avask, and this email will basically say, give you the steps that you need to obviously connect via API to your Amazon Seller Central account. And what this allows us to do is it allows us to automatically download your Amazon VAT transaction reports. And that's the backbone, what we need to do in order to file your VAT returns. So it's very, very important you do obviously connect that, and it's an integral part of the service that we'll be offering. So our advice is when you receive the email, it's a very simple process to do. All you need to do is you need to set up and log into set up your account on Infinity, log into the account, and then connect your Amazon Seller Central account that way. It's very easy. It doesn't take very, very long to do at all. Further instructions will be coming out to everyone via email. And they should be with you at some point next week. And that will then complete the 3-step process that you need to do, and you'll all be ready to go and start filing immediately from that point onwards when it comes over to us on the 1st of November. Okay. I think there are some other questions that we did want to also answer. So do forgive me while we just scroll through the list here. So we've got, a lot of questions about the pricing points and the minimum contract period. I hope we've answered all of those questions. So as I said, there's still a lot of questions coming in as to saying what clients should do, what existing Avask clients should do. So the Adobe Sign, you will be receiving an Adobe Sign email very shortly. Okay. Now the next batch of them are being sent out as we speak, so you should be receiving those in the next 24 hours or so. So if you haven't received an LOE, a letter of engagement yet, please don't worry, they are still coming out. You should be receiving those in the next 24 hours or so. So if you haven't received a letter and you are an existing Avask client within those 24 hours, please do give us an email on onboarding@avast.com, and we will be able to obviously assist and find out where that is. I think Judith and her team are working round the clock to try and make sure that all of those emails are answered, and we are answering those extremely quickly at the moment. So please do feel free to connect with us if you have any questions. As I said, That's good. Oh, hang on. I'm just having a look back through. Okay. So Torsten has asked, my company is in Estonia, but I use Amazon Germany. I've German VAT number and I need to declare sales in German to the German tax authorities. Is this somehow covered in your new service?
Yes, is the same. So if they already have the German VAT number and we were doing the filings for them, we will do the same in this.
Mm-hmm.
This
Absolutely.
way. Yeah.
So yes, Torsten, that's the answer to your question. If there are, if you do have any questions, do reach out to us at onboarding@avask.com. Obviously, yeah, that's great. Thank you for answering that one. Okay, here's one. So, will I have to download VAT reports if I'm already using Avask? Julie, the answer to that question is if you are on Amazon and you're using the Amazon API that we have developed with Infinity, then no, you don't need to download the VAT reports. That'll automatically come through to us. It comes through to us roughly on the 2nd or the 3rd of each month, and we then will basically declare and we'll calculate all of your VAT through to the filing period, and we will then file it on time on your behalf. So you will not need to download that. If you're utilizing sales on other marketplaces or your own website, then you will need to do some downloading, but you'd need to contact Avask, I think, to talk about that if that's the case. Okay. Okay, so the next question is, would Avask have VAT transaction reports for download like Amazon has today? So you can download your VAT filing reports, yes. You can also view them in the dashboard. You can view all historic filings and anything that comes as Avask has been filing for you. You just need to make sure that you download all of the ones that Amazon have been doing so that you don't obviously lose any data. So I hope that answers that question. And there's still lots of questions coming in. Let's have a look. Thank you for hosting this weather. It's a pleasure, Britta. We hope we're able to help you further. Okay, like Thomas, I would like to know whether you can process my website sales VAT in Infinity. Yes, the answer is yes, we can. All you'd need to do is you'd need to upload a copy of the transaction reports. It's really easy to do. It is simply drag and drop from a desktop. So we've tried to make this process as simple as possible. My advice would be if you have any questions on this, you can obviously speak to the Avask team, but equally we will be sending out further information about your VAT filings and things like that when we send out our next email. So look out for the next communication that's coming out next week, and that will contain all the information for connecting to Infinity. And from that point onwards, you'll be able to go ahead and crunch all of the sales data from multiple platforms and marketplaces. Okay. Okay, so I've come to the bottom of the list, I think. I can't see many more questions there. If anyone has got any more questions, then we've got one more question's just come in. Okay, so I'd like to know if there's oh, hang on, sorry, no, that's another question that's come in. Give me a second. That was this is changing very quickly. Okay, so is Canada part of this country who will need fiscal representation? So if you are in France, Spain, Italy, or Poland, and you are trading from Canada, you will need fiscal representation. So that's a yes for that one.
And it's 15 euros per month.
It's 15 euros per month. Fantastic. Heidi is, how can I reach out to the Avask team? So Heidi, very easy to do that. All you simply do is you go to onboarding@avask.com, or you can phone us on one of our websites. So you can phone us on 023 8060 0120. That's a UK-based number, so that's +44. You can also go to avask.com, and there is a contact form there as well. We've got dedicated teams working around the clock to assist, and we would be able to basically provide as much information as possible. I'm receiving a couple of questions from a seller called Jia En Li. Will Avask assist in recovering import VAT? The answer is yes. What we need you to do is reach out to our customs team. So if you can reach out to the customs team, customs@avask.com, avaskgroup.com, we'll be able to assist with those inquiries. Okay. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so we've actually now come to the end of our time, I'm afraid. We have got obviously more questions that are still coming in, so we understand this is still very obviously very important, and there's lots of topics. So if you do have any additional questions, you can of course reach out to us at www.avask.com. Click on the contact form where you can find more information. If there are any other things that we can do to assist, please reach out to us, onboarding@avask.com, and we'll try and get those questions answered for you. Okay. If there are any further questions, yes, as I said, reach out to us and we'd be happy to help. Okay. So from Judith and I, we'd like to thank you very much for listening to our webinar, and we look forward to connecting with you all again in the future.